Hey there guys, Fave here, and today we're going to talk about the economy. Now, of course, that sounds pretty boring, right? Because, who cares, right? I mean, most people play Roblox for the games, not for the economy. But as you guys know, I'm obsessed with this stuff. And before I can dive any deeper into my analysis I'm about to go into, we have to do today's challenge. So, today's challenge is, if you were born, smash that like button. And with that being said, let's talk about it. So, all of y'all should know what limiteds are, and if you don't, they're these items that are usually more expensive than regular items, and they can be worth millions of Robux. Now, every single limited on Roblox sells for Robux, and users sell it to other users, and the average price that a user sells the limited for another price for is called a recent average price, also known as RAP. So, while these antenna antlers might be up for sale for 4.7 million Robux, historically, the average price they've sold for is only 145,000 Robux, making the RAP 145,000 Robux. Now, some people take advantage of the fact that you can manipulate the average price by selling items for a high amount, getting a bunch of an item, hoarding it, and then selling it for a really high price to boost their value more. Now, why am I talking about recent average price and limited? It came to my attention that a bunch of items sold for ridiculous amounts of Robux, boosting the prices. But if that was the only thing that happened, that wouldn't make the news. Anyway, let's go over some of these items. So we have the Valkyrie helm, a very high demand item that a lot of people want. Its RAP was 97,000 Robux, and then it sold a bunch of times and boosted all the way up to 112,000 Robux, with an increase of 15,000 Robux. Then, at the same time, you have Yum, where it sold for 600,000 Robux, a completely ridiculous amount to pay for Yum. But yeah, the recent average price went from 155,000 to 202,000 Robux. But wait, there's more. So the Yum sold again. You have the classic fedora here, the Dominus Praefectus here, and all of these things were selling for way above what they're worth. So, this stuff wouldn't seem strange until you realize the Yum sold for 619,000 Robux, and then a bunch of them were sold basically, right? And so now we have all of them up on an illegal site that I'm not going to disclose the name of, but people buy limiteds on other websites, and do not do this, you will get banned forever. And they were all up for very cheap, because usually if you want to buy a Yum on here, it's going to cost you a lot more than $220. But these all went up at the same time after a bunch of these were bought for a high amount of Robux. So why would someone spend all their Robux on Yums just to sell it for US dollars? Why didn't they just DevX their Robux? Well, introducing TheHyb. Now, I'm not entirely sure how to say this guy's name, TheHyb, but as you can see, his inventory has been completely drained of all limiteds, because he used to wear a green Sparkle Time fedora on his head, and had other limiteds too. Now, TheHyb is also known as Isaac, and so I'm going to refer to him as Isaac for the rest of the video. Now, he is known for making games like Anarchy, which, every e-girl ever would know what I'm talking about. Also, you have Fame Simulator Captive and The Purge, and, I'm sorry you got hacked, bro. So yes, Mr. TheHyb got hacked, and his account had 10 million Robux on it. And so, how do you get rid of 10 million Robux fast and turn it into real money fast as a scammer? Well, what you do, according to this scammer, is buy a bunch of limiteds and sell them on the black market for real money, which is a smart strategy. So let's take a look at some more of the stuff that was being sold for way lower than they should be sold for. So, this is the alleged hacker of the account called Sadie Not Alive. And the 4 Yums that are on sale are on this person's account. Now, this person will surely get banned forever pretty soon due to having stolen Robux and having the items like that. Yum is the item that was boosted the most by this hacker. For some reason, I guess he thought he could sell these quick for a lot of real money, right? And that makes sense. I mean, Yum is a very high demand item. You see rich e-girls and e-boys wearing this, trying to flex on each other. I mean, it all makes sense, okay? Nothing is strange here, to put it lightly. Now, I went ahead and checked TheHyb's Twitter here, and it appears he hasn't tweeted since a year ago. And, alright, well, I guess we're not getting any words from him. But yeah, I think it's pretty interesting just seeing someone take 10 million Robux from the account and just buy a bunch of limited so they can flip it for real money. So, now you can see a few people notice this on Twitter. Bro, did you just get comped? You got compromised. Isaac, how did you get comped? But for now, I guess there's no response here, and there appears to be no information about this anywhere. But yeah, Anyway, let me know what you think down below about this incident, per se. Make sure you smash that like button, follow me on Twitter, subscribe, and hit the bell to Fave and Fave 2. Join my Discord server, discord.gg/Fave, join my fan club on Roblox, and yeah, it's your boy Fave, and I am out.